guys, so it's been about a week since I've checked in with you guys and talked about what I'm doing with DDPY Yoga Challenge. I will tell you, making these videos, I know to some extent opens me up some keyboard warriors, and it is what it is. Their comments have more to say about who they are than who I am. So I know me, and I know where I'm at, and I know what's going on with me. So the first week was kind of rough. The no soda thing didn't bother me. I've done it before for months and didn't, want soda. So I've been drinking concentrated juice that I've made myself. So not the stuff from the store that has added stuff to it. I actually went out and bought frozen cranberries and apples and made my own juice concentrate and then created my own juice. Which if y'all want to do that, I can show you. It's not hard. And then lots of water, tons and tons of water. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with DDPY Yoga, I don't know if this is exactly the same as what the current books and stuff look like, because I've had these, like I said, for 2 years. My dad bought it for me 2 years ago. So this is the book that comes with the program. And it gives you, like, a food journal. And it does give you some recipes, like some juicing recipes. Some broccoli soup recipes. It also talks about what types of vegetables have the highest amounts of pesticides in them, or the least amount when you buy them at the store. And there's phase 1, phase 2, etc. They have like suggested meal plans in here. But obviously each person is different. And they don't tell you, like, you have to have this meal. They say for breakfast, you should have a serving of fruit, unlimited vegetables, 1 serving of complex carbs, 1 protein, 1 dairy, 1 healthy fat. They also include a mid-morning snack, a mid-afternoon snack, lunch, dinner, stuff like that. So they have ideas for you, but you can do your own thing. It also, something really great, gives you portion sizes. I know everyone's like, oh, meat is this, and this is this. This really goes into how much you should have of things, which is great for somebody who has questions about portion control. They go into the types of stuff you want to have. They tell you what you should and shouldn't combine. Tells you how to get started. Talks about wheat and gluten intolerance. Talks about GMOs. It also gives you like a workout plan idea, like of how you can work out, what programs to do, which days for the best results. And then, the basics, the workouts. It shows Arthur. I'm sure a lot of you have seen his video. He's an amazing story about what DDP Yoga can do. And no, I'm not trying to sell you this. I'm just telling you why I chose it and what's in it. I also got... This is discs 1 and 2. This is discs 3 and 4. And this one is the extreme. And this one says, warning, you are going to sweat, you are going to curse, you are going to be challenged like never before. This DVD is about to kick your booty. It doesn't say booty. But it gives you like the different stuff you have that you can do, different workouts. So I currently do not have a household school scale, mainly because last time I tried to step on one, I couldn't weigh myself on it. So I'm not happy about that, not proud of that. I'm putting this out there because I think there's other people like me in this world who need to know there's other people like them. But I have been eating really healthy, but I always do that, so it's kind of whatever. I've been doing my workouts. I've tried to do them as much without modifications as I possibly can. But like I said, with my back injury, it started to hurt, so I had to do some modifications, which is frustrating right now because I really want to be able to do all of it. I'm not a patient person, but I know I'm going to get there. Like, I have faith that I'm going to get there. Another thing I started doing, I am a Christian, so I started doing an hour in the morning just praying and getting my head right with the world when I wake up, and then taking on my workout, and I get my husband off to work, do my hour of prayer, I do my hour of workout. Then I generally would drink a bunch of water because I'm usually super thirsty. And then I work on editing YouTube videos or making crafts that I'm going to be posting on Etsy, that kind of thing. So that is what my day consists of. When my husband gets home, today, which is Thursday when you see this, taping this on Wednesday night. But Thursday we're supposed to have a video of a new rest stop that's here called Buc-ee's. I've never been to a Buc-ee's, so I'm super excited to see it. However, they had the grand opening on Monday, so we didn't want to be anywhere near that place on Monday. Everybody and their brother was going to be there checking it out. We just did not want to be anywhere nearby. And then Tuesday, my husband had to run to a different direction to go do some paperwork for our home insurance. And then tonight, we were supposed to go, and it was pouring so bad and so windy, so we didn't go. But soon we'll have the Buc-ee's video. But daily, I'm going to be doing an update with you guys on what kind of special food we made. I made a paleo meatloaf the other day. It's super healthy. I just had one serving slice and some boiled potatoes. No salt, but I added some cayenne pepper seasoning, which has no sodium. And I'm actually going to be growing some peppers in my garden so I can make my own brown pepper, which would be cool. And then so tonight, again, we made boiled potatoes, and the recipe for the paleo meatloaf makes 2 meatloaves. It's huge. So what I did was I cooked them both, and then I chilled one, and what we did is we sliced that one. And so tonight we had the slices almost like fried. So like fried meatloaf without oil or anything. We just put it in the pan and let the juices from the meat cook it. And so we did that. With the paleo meatloaf, it used almond flour and seasonings and onions, and I feel like there's something else in there. It's not coming to me right now. I made my own pasta sauce to go on top of it out of fresh tomatoes, so that was healthy. There's none of the additives or any of the sugars or any of that stuff they add at the store. I'm finding it very easy for me to make my own stuff rather than buying stuff at the store. If you look at the stuff at the store, you're just like, okay, what can I buy here that's healthy? Because it's not. It tells you that once you start learning, like a lot of stuff I knew, like, oh, you don't want this to be higher than this, and I knew it in the back of my head. When you really start comparing, you have a sheet in front of you, this is what is considered healthy, and you're like, whoa. You found making stuff yourself is huge. So our garden's going to be huge this year because I want to really do a lot of canning, making my own pasta sauce, making my own, jalapenos, making all that stuff myself. So that I'm not having all these additives other people put stuff to stay on the counter longer. And so yeah, so I had a bottle of water, like one of these. I just keep refilling this out of my water filter. I have a water bottle, but for some reason, I don't know. I just drink more out of one of these. Maybe it's so I can see it. Maybe I need to get a clear water bottle. But I drink more water when I have one of these available to me. And so, yeah, so I've lost a few inches. I've lost, I think, 5 inches. And I don't know when I'm going to step on the scale. I might wait a month or two. I might not step on the scale for a while. I know my clothes are a little bit looser in certain spots in a week. So that's really good. I'm excited about that. I know part of it is the fact that I stopped drinking soda. I know it was bad for me. And then, my eating isn't really much different. Last night I had vegetable sushi with brown rice. It was really good. I love the fact that one of our local grocery stores, it's a little bit of drive away, but it's worth it sometimes. But they have an actual sushi dude there, so you can be like, hey, can you make me a special sushi? Because I don't want this, I don't want that, And he does it, like no sauce. He didn't even put the soy sauce packet in there, none of that. So that was nice. I don't know how they make their wasabi, so I don't mess with that. I will use the ginger because that's fresh, so it's sliced, so that I'll take on my stuff. But I don't know what the wasabi has added it to it. So there's that. And then, so overall I found it really easy to modify we had gone to a burger place and they had grilled chicken, and I was able to tell them grilled chicken with no bun, and just asked if they could give me an extra piece of lettuce so I could make that a bun. And they were cool about it. Like, they didn't miss a beat. So that was awesome. Instead of fries, I got a side salad with no dressing. And it was simple. So I thought it would be so much harder when we went somewhere to find food. And it's really just not. It's really actually pretty simple. As far as lunches, I do a lot of rice. I do a lot of broth soups that I make myself. So I'll buy like green onions and mushrooms and stuff like that. And I'll make a broth soup, just throw something in it. Like, I did broth soup once where I threw some corn in there and some mushrooms. And it was the weirdest concoction, but it was so good. So I'm going to go down to the butcher shop to see if I can buy bones so I can make my own broth. That way I can decrease the amount of sodium that I have in my broth by not adding any. So I'm hoping I'll make my own broth and be able to can that as well. So we're going to try that. And there's a lot of different things we're implementing going forward. But definitely stay with me. I will give you updates as we go. Tonight I'm going to be making egg cups. Like, you take bacon, you put it in the bottom of the, it's a paleo recipe. You put it in the bottom of like a cupcake tin. Obviously, you spray it first. And then you put an egg in there. I'm actually going to scramble my egg and not just drop an egg in there because I do not like oozy eggs. Like, I can't do it. And then you put some green onions and some asparagus in there. So we've got the asparagus, we've got the green onions. So we're going to cut those up tonight, make those up. And then we're going to put them in the food saver and make little individual packs so that we can then go ahead and portion them out. And then all I do is like throw them in the microwave and reheat them and then open up the food saver pack and dump them out and eat them for breakfast. It'll make breakfast way more easy. Sometimes I have a protein shake though for breakfast. It just depends on how hungry I am. Which I'm really not usually hungry, just sometimes I know I need to eat something because I might be feeling like a little bit lightheaded. I've gotten way better at taking my medication that I need for my PCOS, my metformin. And I have noticed I've had more energy now that I've been on it regularly, which is good, which is very good. This is kind of a long update, but I didn't do this for a week, which is why this is long, and my next ones will not be. So I'll be giving you all this information in daily doses. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm feeling good. I feel a difference in a week. I got down for a couple days. Had some stuff happen where I just kind of felt betrayed and just, drama. And I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I said, 2019, I wasn't going to let other people's issues get me down. And because someone else does something to hurt me or because they want to be better than me or that is their issue. It has nothing to do with me personally. And that's something I have to teach myself because I am someone who takes stuff super personal. At a later point, I'll discuss my childhood and why I am that way. But yeah, so I take things super personal sometimes and I have to stop doing that. I have to understand that if it's a problem I have some sort of control over, if I've done something wrong, then okay. But if I have no control over I have no control over what somebody else does. So by letting that control my life, control my future, it's ridiculous. It's just not okay. So that is the dealio. And that's where I'm at the end of week 1 and into week 2. I'm going to try to do this daily, like I said. And hopefully we can have some really good conversations if you guys have questions. Like I said, there's a recipe I talk about here that you guys want. Let me know, and I will do a video and show you guys how to make it. I've been really kind of aiming towards paleo because anything with any kind of breading makes me super sick. And certain other things make me really sick that are connected to like GMOs and that kind of thing. So I'm not sure. Someone's like, oh, you can't be allergic to GMOs. But when I talk to my doctor's like, well, actually, they're modifying the food so it can make you allergic to it. So technically you are allergic to the GMO because you might not be allergic to non-GMO, wheat, but you might be allergic to GMO wheat. So I have been using panko crumbs because they're rice-based. I've been okay. But I haven't been using any kind of breading, like not anything. The only time I used panko was on my chicken. for one meal, and it was very light. It wasn't very heavy, but it's not bad for you anyway. Um, and, you know, I'm having a regular serving. Now, if I want to feel like I'm eating more for some reason, like I'm feeling like I'm really hungry, what I love to do is I call it the rollout cut. I get like buy the boneless chicken breasts, so like really thick, and I start slicing them. I just keep rolling it. So it makes this wide, thin chicken breast. So it looks like you're getting so much more meat, but you're not. It's the same meat you got, just it was kind of stacked before. But when you see it larger on your plate, it looks bigger. And so in your head, you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of meat. And it's a way to kind of trick your brain that you're eating more than you are if you're somebody who has an eating issue. Now, my issue, honestly, is that I generally don't eat. And I always have done that little rollout thing, and it's been okay. I still don't finish it. Like this last time, I think I ate half my chicken and like a third of my rice, and I was full. So I'm going to start monitoring my calories better on a program that's online, which I'll discuss at a later point on what program I'm using and that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how I progress in the next 16 weeks or so, and next year even. Yeah, so my goal is by the time my daughter gets here in July, praying that she gets to come home in July, that I will have a huge difference, and she won't even recognize me at the airport. Probably not, but you know, it could happen. I mean, our bodies are amazing things. They could do amazing things. So anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this whole long video. Again, my daily updates will be much shorter, I hope. But I'm a talker, so maybe not. I don't know. But thank you for joining me. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.